algorithm. He is one algorithm. I think it's HD, algorithm, algorithm with the HD. See, algorithm. अच्छा oh still whatever. Where do you attend school? Where do you go to school? Instead, instead, whatever. Where do you go to school? Instead, whatever. These are questions to be asked for students. Instead, whatever. Where do you go to school? Instead, whatever. Instead, whatever. Zikshana ke algorithm. 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 Zikshana ke algorithm. Or you could say algorithm. But usually it's HD. Algorithm.
What do you call those the ants when they cross over? Is it that? So
Overlaps.
Overlap. So
Yeah.
the ant. Zikshana.
Zikshana ke algorithm. 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 Algorithm is HD. Algorithm. Or algorithm. Overlap. That's what that must have.
You know what you want? I always, I should have always done people say something to ask her, but you know what they say, Brahmaputra?
You know?
You say, Brahmaputra?
Yeah.
And then, I know Brahmaputra, I said Mahaputra. So, you know, probably just changed over the years.
You have to put the personal pronoun after the first syllable.
Like,
Ma, ma, or ma.
so the people for the Visante say, Brahma.
Yeah. We say ma.
Yeah, we say Mata.
Yeah. Yeah, one name. Because Lakota, you can't separate it. That's the space. It's a ma. Because it's a proper ma.
Yeah.
You can't separate that. Well, probably if you put it out over H, and the KH is that Wakari the Yuha para Keka. All of it. Yuha. And drink up all the coffee. Then you could say, you want the coffee. I didn't take it. You want it. Ona Nina Barugo. Or Ona Nina Wamatukha. Wamatukha is I'm tired, or Barugo. That's what is Barugo. I'm tired. Or Wamatukha. That's all. Yeah, I'm tired. Ona Nina Barugo. Wamatukha. There's more modern times. Mazash Kashkantono. What time is it? How many times did the clock strike? Okay. Mazash Kashkan. The moving metal. What time is it? Oh. Huh? Vijayana? Oh, okay. The sun. Whereabouts is it? Yeah. No, what time is it going by? Where about is it going by? Because noon is Wichokam Yaya. Wichokam Yaya would be noon. No, Vijaya, Y-A. Y-E. Vijaya. No, Vijaya. Yeah. 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 How far is the sun? Has the sun moved? So you could answer which one you have. The sun is at the apex or at the center, which is noon.
Here's how it's spelled, or how we say, what time is it?
Yeah. 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 Wichokam is some yellow. Wichokam is some yellow. Afternoon. Yeah. Well. We took up, yeah, it would be morning. Yeah, before.
That word the sun means you can say, Kushi the sun. It's like great grandmother.
Yeah.
But further back.
Kushi. That's a good secret one.
Yeah.
I want to be secret. I have already. I got great grandchildren.
Sharon calls it so.
Well, I'm gonna walk it out. I really want to go home now. Well, not me now, walk it out. Would you tell somebody that's walking the road if you're pouting or actually doing something? I could.
You could.
But you're pouting is your friend or whatever. That's it. If you're hitchhiking, if you're pouting and you're going to I didn't care if you try to push me in. I'm not going to get it. I'm not doing that before. So I guess you're right, that's the first thing I said. Are you watching Kola? I said,
Yeah.
I'm there. How about this one guy, ever read about 15 months coming from Marty?
No.
He got in, he said, so where you going? Class. You sound bloody. 4 years. He's a class. You sound bloody. Because you get plasma. I really want to go home. Dejan, si cara que afeta allá, allá, lo vamos. Dejan, si cara que afeta allá, allá, lo Milwaukee. The birds are singing all day today. The hunt will be today or now. The hunt right now. Go on. The birds are singing all day today. I have that all the time, all the way through. All day long.
Look at that key.
T or T or K-I-N, either way. That's what, from there back this way is what you're talking about. That's your subject. Or it could signal time. Yeah. It would be from this page this way. The hunt is gonna keep the birds today. Key is the article. The. I used to teach little Vietnamese English. But how I got along with them really well is I asked them about their words too. So I learned some of their words. So I make it feel like they're little adults who teach me too. So it's easy to build rapport out of it. You make them improve themselves. So it's easier then to talk to me.
Did you find that they're similar to us, some of their ways?
Oh yeah.
Their teachings or their ways? Same way with the Japanese, their beliefs or some of the...
Yeah, the mountain Japanese, the mountain Vietnamese.
When we lived in the city, we had a kids went to school with one kids, and then for one time, kids staff were out back in Bali. We were treated better. Of course, all of our teaching areas were just the grass that was and all the Hmong people came running up. They got all excited. They said, "Can we have some?" And they were helping us teach it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just these
Yes, that's how you tell it, like Francis was Luke, when it came to his religion in the first place, or released that, for the Indians it was free.
Yeah.
When it went in, it looked like it was an Episcopal church or something. All the white people on the side, all the Indians on this side. It's a movie theater, right? So that's what I mean. Remember when gunfight that made it on his gun there? When he got the first kill? So they made him eat that liver.
Oh, yeah.
He said, that's how white people. Yeah! This side. Indians, white people, yeah! You tell cultural differences. Yeah, that's about it. White people this side, Indian on this side, didn't watch it. Nancy walked in. What's it on this side? But she's white. To the cross, it's all That's the way it is. It's been here. Everything there. Used to go in a restaurant. Used to go in. There's all those white people with poodle curves. All their heads turned towards us. It goes quiet. That's it. There's something wrong with us. Something on me. Or something wrong with me. I said, no, that's weird. Look at me.
When we lived in the city, we go to a place, the kids would
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
There that is being one of us.
Yeah. Today they receive money. They,
There I think you were part of stuff. We watch.
leave the P out.
I like the store. I just seen it, it looks like it'd be easy to clean. Exactly.
Did you see the stuff?
Yeah, but if we once the start, you watch it. I received money today. Yeah, you watch it. Now it usually is they receive or everybody receive money. Each is plural.
Oh, everybody.
Yeah. Today they receive money. Everybody.
Okay.
Check day, right? Yeah, but if you must study truly, it's check day.
So how did you say there on top that the movie one yeah,
Food stamps, it's called soup.
concept. So
Any kind of stamps, cards, it's called soup. No, that hasn't, it's derived from the plum
nice,
cake.
yeah.
Huh. There used to be little plum seeds that had markings on them.
Yeah,
So that's where consu came from. But when they start playing cards, the consu cards too. Because it has numbers on them too. Consu. So consu credit card is a consu because it looks like a card. So even the food stamps, that what do you call EBTs or stuff? Those would be consu. It broadened in meaning to other things, derivative of lumps. Kanta. Lumps. Kansu. Su is seed. Kanta su. The TA is left out. Kansu. Kanta su was the plum seed, but then they say kansu. Yeah. The long version is kanta su. Yeah. Plum seed. Yeah, that's you. Soup. It's a seed. The seed for his head, right here, our head, is kasu. It's like a smaller,
So dice, so money,
and inside of here, nakas su. Nakas su. Inside here is your brains. Nakasula. Nasula. Nakasula. A small, what do you call it? Cells in here. Now the cells in here should match the universe. That's how much cells are in here.
That's what's wrong.
Yeah, it should match. Cells, that's how many cells are in here. All the stars have to slip.
You know what, my
That's why the girls, they get out of bed.
Yeah.
Are here for the red robe.
Yeah.
Nasula el. And now you reflect the Creator's life in you. You try to reflect what He gave you back. Red robe. That's sacred language. Sometimes I teach that.
You know what, I used to have a friend out, like, that, somebody here that had all those, children, like, Nicholson, and all those different systems. Here, but somebody put that together, I don't think about it, but I didn't know it. And then my daughter, she posted, they were looking at things in the microscope, or sending it to me, for designs, or like microscopic images. Somehow, and then somehow they do that.
Yeah.
But they finish it.
Yeah.
Something. It used to be behind them. telling you.
Okay, now the next one, Wetu Chana, whenever it's spring, Wakia Wakia. The thunders are flying. Wakia means flying around, about Wakia, within an area. Wakia Wakia. Wakia could mean coming home too. Coming home. Wakia. Could mean coming. The thunders are coming home. Wakia Wakia. They're coming home. Now, listen to this. Here's sacred language. Wetuchana Wakia Wakia. In the spring, the thunders were coming home. Wakia Wakia. Now, talking about sacred language, we act like we're related to them because we say we're coming home. That's the sacred
It's a
language.
relationship.
Yeah. That's the sacred part.
Yeah.
And this language is so courteous that it is born out of intimacy. Now, how did it get the intimacy? Because we live in teepees where we see one another sometimes for 2 months if we're stuck in there and we live. You see each other's one every day, but we see the same people around. And so, no swear words, no raising your voice. And kinship means we're all related inside of it. That's where the intimacy started.
And not to look at each other.
Not directly. I had to learn to look at women. When I first started teaching at USD, I couldn't look at like girls or anybody because I was really like that. I would look at them and go like this. I'd go like this. But I had to train myself to look directly because I wanted to have them see me, and then when my mouth is moving, I wanted them to see how it's pronounced. So I had to look directly. I taught myself how to look directly at women and young girls. It's hard to change. I had to make that change. I was really tribal, but when I started teaching, I had to practice to look at people directly. And so it helped me, and it made it more effective as a teacher to reach people. You know.
She said the next time they're going to say eye contact, she's going to say not contact.
More professional. Now, eye contact, the school systems, when they're building curriculum, they always talk about eye contact. They ask me, what do you think about eye contact? They always say, oh, it's for respect for the elders and all this. I always say, no, it's more than that. It's respect for elders and authority. So, this little boy was in juvenile detention. He was going to go to court. So, that judge said he got a consultant, a consultant, to help him how to approach this child when he comes to his court, because he wanted to not scare him, but have respect for him. So, that consultant said, if the child comes up to you and doesn't look at you, it means he respects you. But they'll probably put his hand down because he has respect for authority. Well, in the meantime, this child's lawyer says these judges and these white people, if you don't look directly in their eyes, they think you're dishonest. They're going to think you're not truthful. So you gotta walk up to him and with a strong assertion, look at him like you're mean business and you're honest. Well, what they're teaching the judge is this child is going to be shy and probably look at. So that's what the judge expects. Well, in the meantime, the lawyer taught this little boy, you look directly at him, otherwise you're dishonest. No treason. So the court day comes, and this little boy walks in, looking directly at the judge, and that judge thinks, oh, he's not respectful. He's not respecting authority. 50 days in jail. Cross-cultural misunderstanding. They're trying to teach, and then they're trying to teach this one, so they missed each other's academic.
Yeah. You know, we used to rub the top, like, I'm not, how they look at people, how they respect them. And he did, he used to say this too, but she said that when these, that look at people, they look at me directly, she said, oh, no, just down, the rest of stuff.
Yeah.
She said they would be looking at you with glazed eyes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's there, when they were scared, when they were walking, you know how she was. The strong, like, there's a, it's like a crazy person that always comes.
Yeah.
That's how they look this way, but strong.
So it's cross-cultural differences. That's how I explain eye contact. Because sometimes you mean well, the other person says something else because he's talking different about the other person. So you have to explain those things to these teachers. You have to say prefix things ahead of time. And that's what I said, my first day of class, I know as a speaker of this English language, I have to study it. But if I use sexist language in this classroom, and if I use politically incorrect language, and if I'm stepping on toes, we're going to use it as learning the language. Forgive me because this is not my first language. So I said ahead of time that I might say things the American way, and it might be disrespectful the way they're hearing me, but it's the way I learned this language. So forgive me because I'm speaking your language the way I learned. But we're going to approach it as learning a language. That's what. And so I already put a disclaimer on myself ahead of time so that I feel safe. And if they said anything, oh, use sexist language, no. I said ahead of time on the first day of class that I don't know English that well to know when I'm speaking a sexist language or politically incorrect language. I had a nephew who taught in China, and he was talking about Mao. In China, you don't talk about Mao. So, yeah. So, good thing he had good friends. He told him, so mention any kind of Mao was in China. So you learn how people think there, and if you're going there thinking you're pleasing everyone, you're not. So you have to really be careful during this time of everybody being critical. You always have to put a disclaimer on yourself ahead of time if you're going to talk about something. And so you can really say, during this time, you have to have a approach to have a way to have argumentation and effective ways to convince and effective way to use the language such that you would be able to reference yourself and to correct immediately. So I could say, oh, I said that wrong. And I do that here too. And I say, oh, okay, here you say like this. And so we'll clear it up. So, like, I'm not here to promote like that. I'm here to teach languages. Not one language, but overlapping, and we can understand other dialects that way. So if you go to Lakota, you'll understand what they're saying. Say yetching. Oh, I know what you're saying. You're saying caught. But you don't say that. You just say, oh, okay. You know. Yeah, it does.
New words.
Okay, so the Okia means coming home, flying this way. Okay, Wana Chanamalacha. Trees are budding out. Nambalacha means to crack open. The buds are cracking open. Nambalacha, like a glass with nambalacha, it cracks. Well, seeds do too. Now, here's a terrible thing to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. Seeds need trauma to grow. The pine seeds, they need a forest fire to be able to propagate. So they need trauma to propagate. It's hard to say, but some people have to go through hard times to all of a sudden blossom as a human being. Okay? That's why when you say Kechishila, it means I have gone through difficult times with you. But I'm growing because I worked with you and we're still together. You have hard times, but look, we're still together. We've blossomed in a good way. A little bit of trauma, a little bit of misery, but you work on it and there's enlightenment. Enlightenment means blossom. Okay? It even works on humans. A little bit of trauma doesn't hurt because sometimes we can't work together. We can't hold water together because one wants to be the boss. I'll tell you the truth right now. Me and my wife, we can't be on the same committee because we're both bullheaded. Go this way. No, you're going wrong. We'll get hung up on a sandbar over there. Oh, paddle this way. We're both noisy, both unlimited. So we both got kayaks the next year. It was even worse. We thought it'd be okay. We're still boxing each other. Yeah, Nambalacha means to like break open. Na is make to break open. Na. Make to break open. Means all of a sudden had inspiration. It jumped in my heart. I feel like it just blossomed open. Jumped in it's just I understand you're this little piece of life, just this little piece. Don't say you understand everything because this life is so unique that you figured something out, but there's other things that is going to cause you to blossom even more. And each of those, if you put a ceremony to it, it's like a ratchet. Locks in. You won't go back. That's why we say get back to your ass and it's something really good. You lock it in. Don't go back. Lock it in. Where's this going? Always lock it in. Going back, you want to see Kundalini. That's where you're working. All those good things are going towards Him. So you could, and whoever's following you, you could tell Kundalini, I arrived here now. I came to you, me too. I came here now. I didn't bring a lot of money or goods, but look behind me. I don't know you. Because they follow your ways. Then you pull them with you. Just because of the court law. I'm one for look at all my friends for me. I hope for everybody that's what happens. Because somebody's going to once again be critical. Can't do that.
I know.
Okay. Shishokaluta ki ipicha niyaokishi. The robin is full, so he can't fly. Yeah, it's really cool. I just made this one up. Because Shishokaluta, that's my last weapon.
What is it?
Shishokaluta.
Is it?
Robin, that's my last weapon.
Oh. Akaluka, Nietzsche.
Robin. The Luca's red right here. Shishoka is right here. Shishoka, the way he makes sounds. Shishoka. From here, he makes the sound out in the spring.
Say it out loud.
Shishoka Duka. He can't. Okidishi. Remember Okidishi? He can't.
You break up the syllables, it's so
Okay, say it again. Shishoka Duka ki ipicha niya okidishi. I think Okimishi is important there because you can apply that in Mishkima Waka Ishkima. I'm happy Danya Iwamamura. I'm happy would be last night. I'm happy is last night. I'm happy Gi is tonight. I'm happy Gi is tonight. I'm happy is last night. I'm happy Danya Iwamamura. I dreamed well last night. I had a good dream last night. I'm happy Danya Iwamamura. I'm happy Danya Iwamamura. Would be tonight. Yeah. Then you have to stay at the end because it's future. I'm happy Ki Danya Iwaham Badi or Iwaham Badekte. Iwaham Badekte. Iwaham Badekte. KGD is will. That's all it is. I'm happy Ki Danya Iwaham Badekte. You could say, Badoketu ki Danya Iwaham Badekte. This summer I'll have a good dream. Means you're going to stand on the hill. I will have a good dream. I will have good thoughts. I'm happy last night I had a good dream. Did anybody ever remember your dreams? Sometimes I do. But sometimes I dream, now I'm going to tell about it, it's gone. It's really good.
Wake up feeling weird again, but you can't remember it.
You know what you could remember your dreams or your nightmares really well? Is if you had pneumonia or if you're really sick. Because that's a hallucination. My pneumonia, when I was a little boy, I was sleeping on the floor. Because all my sisters and my mom were on the bed because I was sleeping. I didn't know. Anyway, my nightmare is a spider was coming. And it's right here, it stood over the wings right here. And I was awake. It stopped right here. And I was going to say, Mom? I was locked in. And it's right here. I could see the picture. Look like this right here. I couldn't get up. I was like, I'm hallucinating.
Oh, you say make me then.
Probably. Shichaya. Shichaya y un hombre. I'm happy. Shichaya y un hombre. Shichaya. I'm happy. Shichaya y un hombre. Verb goes last. All the time. You want it? I dream goes last. I'm happy. Shichaya y un hombre. I had a bad dream last night. It's night. Shichaya, back away.
So the noun form, how to say the noun form?
Or then it would be this Shichaya and Hamada, a bad dream. Now, they had a bad dream, or there would be a Shichaya Yahamada would be singular. Shichaya Yahamada would be a bad dream for my Shichaya Yahamada one Buddha. I Shichaya Yahamada one Buddha. One state, Article 8. The Article 8. Then it becomes a noun. You put it first, you mark it with that date. One. Shichaya Inamara. One. Olajio Oyaki, that put a dot over the Z, they're fricative. Wadajo. Wadajo Oyaki, when you whistle. Wadajo. Oaki, or the eye. Wadajo Oaki, the eye killers. Wadajo Oyaki Pipe. Oyaki Pipe. Ya is you. Wadajo Oyaki Pipe. Oyaki Pipe. Wadajo Oyaki. And that's what we're seeing. If I could, I would say Wabarajo Owaki. Wabarajo Owaki. I can.
So, what do you call that? When it's everyday life.
Colloquial.
Also, you could say, Joe, or yeah. So it's like, you would say, Joe, or yeah.
Oh, okay.
Joe, Joe.
Joe, okay. This is Wadajo means can you whistle using feet
Oh, using, okay, so Joe is like this.
by itself.
Okay.
But Wadajo actually would be like a flute
Okay.
or eagle bone whistler.
So Joe would be.
What would it mean? Wadajo actually
Is making something.
whistle.
Listen.
Yeah.
Okay. Why Joe is making.
Wadajo, oh yeah. When you,
You make something listen.
yeah, yeah, like I think I didn't specify that translation, but right here. Keep the bonus, so,
Instrument.
yeah.
Okay.
In Lakota flute is Voyaggio Flotilla.
Yeah.
Voyaggio Flotilla. Voyaggio Flotilla. It's a flute. So. Hola. No, I'm finishing up 2 more sentences. Yeah, me too. The Mishke. The Mishke means I heard
Yeah.
that I missed. We have college at kind of 6:30. 6:30.
Huh.
What's your quality? You're supposed to say, what's your quality?
Oh, what's your quality?
Wheel of Fortune.
Huh?
Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't know how many cars you want.
Yeah.
Because we're just like kids. That's when we outguess somebody. We go, please go for it. 2 old timers.
Ever had 2 cars?
Yeah, over here.
Yeah.
Right here. Yeah. They picked the high priest for a pope. What Czechia want that to get Kachmina. They picked a high, what Czechia want that to get, high prayer, a person who prays highly qualified. Or Czechia want that. High priest. Okay. High priest. Don't talk to me. Just like Wayawa Wantakia would be like a high school or college. Or Wayawa Wantakia, or would be a place to go to. Or Wayawa Wantakia would be high school or college. Yeah, Wantakia.
Put a hyphen with a H, yeah.
They're picking.
Okay, what time is it? One more.
One more. Lila Kalona Ha'avria Pivashkeva. I really like meat and bread. Lila Kalona Ha'avria Pivashkeva. Now you can like a lot of other things too. You could say, Wakala Pivashkeva, Kajita Sapashkeva. Cascon Shkeva, I like apples.
Okay, did you get the second one?
No, I will.
I got the wheels turned. I don't know if it's a front wheel.
Cascon Shkeva.
You check the gas. It should be.
Okay, I'm all done.
And then it's the old pickups that don't burn us too much. Okay. You finish down, yeah.
It's fun or what?
So much understanding. So you really should write them on cards.